This is the end of the game, guys. Are you ready? No! I'm not ready. Hey folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Zero Mission. And, hey Ridley, let's take a picture. Picture time! You know, I'm reminded of that scene from Iron Man, where Obadiah Stane butt-fucks Tony Stark, locks him out of his company, and just has him pose for the picture so there's not a damn thing he can do about it. That, folks, is the definition of butt-fucking. And that, folks, was the definition of ownage. So Ridley, take that, you fuck! And that is the end of our childhood nemesis. The guy who cut in front of us in the lunch line, who stuck our head in a locker, and who annihilated our homeworld. That was Ridley, and there he goes. So that's an interesting way to start a video, don't you think? Other than that, there's really not a whole lot left in this video to do besides go to Turian and kick some Mother Brain ass. I mean, of course, that's who the final boss on Zebes is, or was in Metroid 1. Hehe. Down to Secret Passage, we get the last energy tank in Ridley, and there's only one last upgrade to get while we are here. And I'm not sure if I would call this a sequence break, because again, bomb jumping is one of the things that's, I don't want to say necessary, but I mean it's very helpful that you know how to do it, even if you are doing a, not a speed run. It's helpful to have. Until you have a certain infinite air jump. So yeah, this is a sequence break. Who gives a shit? It's just so I don't have to come back to this hellhole again. Because, no, you can't even freeze it and have it be good enough. I mean, you probably could if you jumped high enough in the air to activate it, but just bomb jump. Save yourself a bit of time. It's not hard to get the timing down. And that's that. 225 missiles, 12 super missiles. We are locked and loaded and ready to go. So, let's just say that there's not a chance in hell that Mother Brain has against us. Sorry, Mother Brain. It's just not gonna be your week. So back up to Norfair, I show you here, 45 minutes into it, we are full on all the expansions to get in Ridley. So that's 2 areas fully down, Brinstar and Ridley. Norfair is gonna take quite a bit more time, but it's not too bad. Crate 2, but so this is the final ascent back up. And that area that you saw me go through after the wall collapsed, that's actually where you're supposed to get the screw attack from. There's a passage down, and you go through some speed blocks, and then you go into the speed launcher like the one I just went into. And that takes you pretty much straight into the screw attack. So that's how you're supposed to get to it if you don't know that the missile blocks are there. The missile blocks that they intentionally put in, so I still argue that that was not a sequence break, but whatever. Or it was an intentionally put in sequence break. This was the game that had all of the intentional stuff. I mean, yeah, the mock ball and all that stuff is, it's player exploits, glitches, and all that stuff, but there's no doubt in anybody's mind that this was the game that was designed specifically for speedrunning. Super Metroid is still one of the best speedrunning games of all time, but it wasn't. I'm sure a lot of the techniques that are used in it were not obviously intentionally put in by the developers. This, you know what, I'll tip my hat to Sakamoto for a good game, or at least gameplay experience. I mean, the setting and all the stuff almost lifted entirely from the original Metroid, given a little bit of a facelift, but you know what? He done good. There's a lot more than I can say about that stupid motherfucking Metroid Other M. God damn, I hate that piece of shit. I'd love to tell you why, but that's for another video. But yeah, it's time to go back into the room with the statue heads. Ridley, Crade. Open sesame! In we go. So that's it. The door, or the elevator to Turian awaits. That is awesome. I love that every time I see it. What an excellent, menacing way to introduce the Metroids. That's really fantastic. It's a really, really great way to build them up as a menacing threat, and then, of course, picture time! Time to blow them up. I'm sure a couple of them will grasp onto me and steal a little bit of my energy, but it's a really great way. It's something that you kind of see in Alien, you know, as the face huggers or whatever they are burst from people's stomachs, and you know, out comes little aliens and all the stuff that you'd see in those movies. Really, really great nonverbal storytelling way to build up a conceivable enemy. I like it. I like it, Sakamoto. No verbal. See, not required. But no, you goddamn Rinkas. That's another thing that Turian is known for, that has a hell of a lot of. You know what? Sector 0, the area that we totally didn't get to see in Other M, I wonder if it had Rinkas. Did it have Rinkas? I don't know. There's no telling. We'll never find out if it was an actually faithful reproduction of Turian. But there's really not a whole lot to say. Freeze. 5 missiles later, they're dead. I didn't even waste a super missile on any of these. Now, that's not to say that there's not a time to do so. Because in hard mode, going through Turian, I'm fairly sure there's double the amount of Metroids, in addition to the fact that, you know, all of your stats are completely fucked. You have half of everything, half the energy, half the ammo. It's actually a hard mode, and I really like that. That being said, if you're doing a low percent hard mode run, this is the area that will be the largest grind for you, because you'll be sitting there grinding, hoping to God more missiles come up. But yeah, that's not something you guys will see me do just because I did my time. I did it once. And let's just say there's a reason that the reward ending screen you get for hard mode low percent run is the most badass of them. There's a reason for that, because it is the fucking hardest to do. So I'll be showing off all the ending screens once the game is over. But yeah, I don't see a low percent run for me anytime soon. I mean, I tried recording one just as a trial playthrough, and it was not happening. The final boss, was it Mother Brain? I don't know. The final boss was just such a pain in the ass for me. But hey, Mother Brain, you brainy bitch. Not quite as subtly cute as, you know, the girl in the library with the glasses and all that stuff. Blah. Super missiles are so overpowered. So Mother Brain, let's take a picture. I think I only have one more shot left, but yeah, she kind of fights back this time around, unlike, you know, the original Metroid. Not quite as much as Super Metroid, but that's it. Take that, you bitch. And of course, the planet is exploding around us again. I'm sorry, no, the planet is not exploding. Turian is just exploding, and that is, of course, going to extend to Criteria, so you gotta get to your ship. The planet doesn't blow up, though. Of course it doesn't. There wouldn't be a Super Metroid if it blew up. This is the end of the game, guys. Are you ready? No! I'm not ready. Almost there. Up the elevator. Not quite enough yet. That doesn't get you to your ship. You have to actually get to your ship through Criteria. Because remember, there wasn't a Criteria in the original Metroid. At least not when you could visit. But I really like the escape music. I really think that it has, you know, its own really, really hectic feel. Not like the Ridley theme, which was, you know, the Super Metroid Escape theme. And I was really disappointed that Super Metroid didn't have this, you know, the original Escape theme. The one that you hear in the original Metroid, this game, and of course Metroid Prime 2. But blow the hell up and get owned. The planet didn't blow up, but that's the game. Why are you taking that off, Samus? Yes, this was the game that introduced the Zero Suit, and, oh my god! Oh my god, I'm surrounded. Okay. Take everything you want, guys. Take anything. Don't shoot my ship down. Please don't shoot my ship down. I want the game to be over. I want it to be over. Damn it! It's not over, is it? Of course it wasn't. Damn it. This remake had to add a final chapter to it. I don't know if it was some lame attempt to try and explain the wrecked ship or something like that, which really didn't need explaining, and nor did we need to have an excuse to run around as skimpy blue jumpsuit, Zero Suit Samus. I really wasn't a big fan of the Zero Suit. I never have been. I think it was a really extra lame attempt to over-sexualize Samus. And this was before, you know, my uber hatred of Sakamoto started with Other M. I really wasn't a big fan of the choice to give her a, you know, a skimpy, you know, damsel in distress. I mean, she can still defend herself, kind of, but she can't kill shit with it. So, whatever. I wasn't a fan of it. But we're being watched. I wasn't a fan of it just because, you know, it really isn't necessary to tell us why the fusion suit was blue. I don't even know if that's why the fusion suit was blue to begin with, because I had assumed that the Zero Suit was something built into her suit underneath the power suit, which, you know, they stripped so much of her power suit off that, you know, what was left was mostly just Zero Suit. But then, of course, came Other M, which told us an entirely different story about how she concentrates the suit on, which explained to me, I don't get it. There have been so many, but anyways, I'm getting off track. This is Metal Gear Metroid, and of course I failed the very first stealth section. This is the area that introduces the space pirates, because we didn't actually see them in the original Metroid game, so there wasn't really an area to put them in. So they added this extra area to make the space pirates, oh my god, actually seem like a credible threat. But yeah, again, I never really, and here we go. That is one of the hardest parts to do stealthily, because you have to shoot the thing, go into a spin jump, and then wall jump against it. It's pretty damn difficult. But like I was saying before, I really never understood what was so necessary about trying to explain the fusion suit, because it's been explained 3 different ways now. It's been explained that the power suit was just an attachment that she could take off at will, which, I mean, you know, it doesn't really conflict too much with Metroid Fusion's fusion suit telling, which you haven't seen me do yet, but I may do eventually. But again, Other M just does such a radical different take on how the power suit is functioned. I don't get it. But then again, maybe I don't have to. Maybe it's Sakamoto finding a gajillion different ways to fuck with Samus. Whatever. I'm done with that rant. For now. And I'm trying to remember exactly how it was that I stealth past that, because I've done this one time, just one time, without being seen entirely the way through. And this is like a 5 to 8 minute stretch of gameplay. So, it's no laughing matter, especially on a low percent run. If you are doing a low percent run, especially on hard mode, 1 or 2 shots will kill your ass. So, ignore the record vinyl yellow searchlights. But yeah, this is pretty pretty tense-ass gameplay when you're at a low percent run. But I mean, literally, since this is a speed run, I shouldn't be doing it stealthily. I should just be barreling through at full speed, ignoring all of the stealth shit. But just for demonstrative sake, I am choosing to go through as much of this stealth as possible. I mean, I'm already guaranteed the hard mode, or not hard mode, but the 100% speed run ending screen. But, you know, I just wanted to explain and show how you're supposed to go through this area. Again, if you're not obsessed with speed. So, Chizodia, the new area, is divided into two sections. It's divided into the Space Pirate Mothership, which, again, I'm not really sure if it really explains the wrecked ship, because the wrecked ship does not seem like it was the mothership. It seems like it was something else entirely. And it's also divided into the Chozo Ruins, which is... it's okay. I think it could definitely use more of the Chozo's culture in it, but I suppose the hieroglyphs work. What I really don't understand about this is that it's making the Chozo out to be these archaic Egyptian culture, when the Chozo have been pretty much described as gods, well, not gods, obviously, but technological masters who turn pretty much everything they touch into pure gold. I mean, they created the Metroids to combat, well, the X-Parasites from Metroid Fusion. I mean, they are technological masters, so suffice it to say, portraying them as, you know, these primal Egyptian... I don't know if that's necessarily the best way to portray them. I mean, they always did like to throw their technology to the wayside for their spiritual development. But, you know, I'm reading a little too much into the lore. But I love Metroid, and I love the Chozo. I wish there was one game that at least, you know, had a living Chozo in some fashion. And I'm fairly sure that... I mean, I posted a link to, about this on my Facebook about 3 months ago now. There was a lot more to Metroid Prime than was originally intended. And it's the same sort of thing of why I think about what might have been with Ocarina of Time. I think about what might have been with Metroid Prime. Because there's a lot of things that went scrapped in that game that I think really, really, really would have been great in it. But, you know, I'm mega pleased with the game that we got. It's just... it turned into what is, in my opinion, the best game on the GameCube. I feel that, you know, with what we know about what it was supposed to actually be before, you know, all the things got taken out, it went from a game that was the best on the GameCube to... it went from what I think would have been one of the best games ever, bar none, to what was the best game on the GameCube, in my opinion. How did you see me? Both of your backs were turned. But whatever. This is the final stretch before we get to a boss fight. But how are we possibly going to fight a boss with just a dinky laser that's set to stun and not kill? I don't know. But this is the last of the space pirates seeming like a credible threat, because with a suit, Samus can decimate him, and we might see that shortly. How can we possibly see that? The suit was destroyed. She can't concentrate it back on, because if she could, she would have done it from the comfort of the Chizodia area where there were no space pirates. That's totally not a power suit. flashback time. So, you'll see very, very young Samus here, and the Chozo that's next to her is a character by the name of Old Bird. Now, he's a character that's developed quite a bit in the Metroid manga and all that stuff, the official Metroid manga. That's just something for you to look into on your own time. I'm not going to describe too much about that because I really haven't read much of it. Uh-oh! It's alive! And it's me. Don't shoot yourself. It might hurt. So, shoot the glyph and, oh, of course, it has to come to life. Shooting lightning at me. Yeah, the mirror thingy can defend itself. And this really makes the power suit to be much more bird-like than it looks when it's on Samus. I mean, obviously, the helmet forms into a kind of beak, but whatever. You really, really get to see the bird features on it a lot better during this boss fight. And of course, I can't hit the broadside of a barn when it's moving this fast. Come on, stop shooting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. I have died many, many times to this on hard mode. On my low percent runs, because what can I say? It moves ridiculously fast, and 2 hits is all it takes to kill your ass. So I'd have died 3 times by now. Damn it! Just one more hit! Do it! Stop shooting yourself, you son of a bitch! Take that, you fuck! Come on, come on, gimme, gimme, gimme. Give me candy. I want a cookie, Meemaw. And there we go. Hey, my various suit didn't have shoulder pads. Oh boy, did we get everything. Not only did we get shoulder pads, we got the plasma beam, which blows through enemies. We got the gravity suit, which allows us to, be underwater at whatever speed and be in lava without taking damage. And we got the space jump, which is an infinite air jump. It's time to kick some space pirate ass! That's right, we're God Samus now, or as close as you can get to it. Oh, the gravity suit has never been more badass. It's time for us to go down, blow through, and 2-shot these space pirates that we were running from like a little girl. And I will see you guys next time where we play cleanup on the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Zero Mission. Have a good day, everybody.